Hello everybody, welcome back to Motorsport Manager. We've just done our first race. We didn't do that well, but we did okay. Not brilliant. So there we are, 12th and 16th. So let's see what's going on with the team. So this is the race report. This is the car condition. It doesn't work very well, this, because if you fix a car during the race, it doesn't sort of show up on here. So you can fix it right next to the end and then have no issue there. So they're gonna work on the car. It's gonna take them 39 hours to fix the cars. Okay, so there's an interview here. Let's do the interview. So there's only one question. Casino was furious after the race, claiming that we let his tyres run down totally. I can't remember. Well, that's going to annoy him, isn't it? Well, I mean, what is the truth? I can't remember, to be honest. Oh, let's just say that one. Chairman seems happy with it. I don't know. And that's race win there. So let's carry on. No, let's not. Let's pause it. Let's have a look at our car. Well, they're still working on it. We can't actually do anything, but we can make a new part, can't we? So what parts have we got? We've got an engine, haven't we? No, it's probably worth us making something else. No, we can't make a rear wing because they're a spec part, but we can certainly do suspension, gearbox, brakes. I thought we were doing suspension anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's get some suspension then. So this one's an illegal part. I don't want that, but we can do that. This one's medium speed corners plus 20, so it helps us there. It'll take us a few weeks to do that. 9 days, that's all. That's all it takes. So let's just carry on. We have got some sponsors. Hey, we've got sponsors showing up, which would be brilliant. Right, so what's going on? Car repair is now finished. Gatto's about to retire, it says. Car repair is finished. So let's go and see what we can do here. So we need to improve parts here. Now the next race in Dubai says that what's critical is top speed, deceleration and high speed corners. So that's the engine, brakes and wing. Now I decided at some point during the last video that I was going to just concentrate on this one driver. He'd get all the best bits and then the other guy would get everything that's left over. So we're trying to get everything above 75% on here. So let's leave that on, because that'll be above 75 very soon. And the ones for the next race would be, it said engines, brakes and wing were the critical parts for the next race. So that one's already fully updated. That's the best we can get it. The engine needs a lot of work. Whereas the brakes don't need much, actually. I think I might just concentrate on that. Now what about these? I could take that off and just work on that, and we can maybe get it down to something like this. So we're working on them both, and it's saying 18 days after the race. I could do that. I do want some work on the engine, but I want to prioritize that, and then what'll happen is when I get it to 75 I'll take it off and we'll just work on the engine then, you see. That's the plan. So we've got a contract proposal come in. So oh, he doesn't like it. Paul doesn't like it. He's still unemployed. Let's have a look at our staff. Now what we wanted was a lead designer, wasn't it? So let's have a look at more lead designers. So we've already asked Karina and Paul, so let's have a chat with Luke. Luke Savage. He's interested. Okay, wedges are fairly important to me. Now this I think is where we've been going short, so let's try a big amount. He wants a long contract, which is fine by me. He'd prefer a signing on fee. Well, we'll just see what that gives us, and he says that isn't very important, that's not very important, so let's see. That's Luke Savage. Come on Luke, you can do it. Now sponsors, so we've got 1 offer, 2 offers, 2 offers. It's best to wait until you get 3 on each one. So 3 there, 3 there, 3 there. It's best to wait until you get 3 and then have a look at it, because 3 is the maximum you can have for any particular slot. And if I look at that, obviously there'll only be 1 offer. If I look at that, there'll be 2 to choose from, so you choose the best one. The best you can get is 3, so therefore you want to wait until you've got 3. You've got more choice then. I hope that made a bit of sense. I'm just going to let this click down for a little bit, and we're going to pause it because I want to look at the car. We want to make sure these parts, 62%, I want it to get to 75, and then we're going to stop and just work on the engine. As it is, the engine's not coming on very quickly, but yeah, it will do. Why does it say 10 there and here it says 9? What's happening? There's a scouting report. That's fine. Head to the scouting thing. Let's have a look. Oh, it's because we're looking at designers, that's why. Let's have a look at this now. So really we want the ones that aren't driving for anybody. We've got a chance then of picking up somebody good. Okay, everybody that's nice and young has been scouted already. Because what we don't want is to be scouting somebody who's 34-year-old and then retiring. That's not good. We want somebody who's really young. That's the drivers you want to pick up, because then you can get some really good drivers really cheap. That's the idea. Where are we with the sponsors? Now we've got 3 on here, so let's have a look at this. So this is just per race. So what they do is they give you money either as a lump sum, like that. It's just going to give us 500 grand to have the name on the car for 8 races. Or like this one, they're going to give us 150 grand per race. So if you look at that, 6 races at 150 grand is 900,000. Yeah? You work that out, yeah? 6 times 150,000, 900,000. Which is a lot more than that. And it's only for 6 races. So that's good. So that's a better offer than that one. Now this one here gives us 85,000 for 4 races, but gives us also a lump sum of 450. So 85 times 4 would be 340,000. Plus that is 800,000. So this one's still, well, that's 800,000 over 4 races. Whereas this is 900,000 over 6 races. This one's a better offer. We're going for it. There we go. So we'll wait till these are on 3, or we'll wait until we get to the next race. But we are now actually getting some money. Now, suspension looks as though it's been finished. They're just wondering whether Will Baggs is going to retire. Suspension build is finished, they're saying, so let's go to the car. We can fit the parts to our don't matter where you click on there. So it's going to be, this guy's going to get the best bit, and this one gets the leftovers. So I've given this one because it's a better suspension than that one. So let's go and have a look at the car itself. So again, this guy is the one that we're going to concentrate on. So he's got the new suspension in. Now, as you'll see, the suspension here is down on 40%, which is pants. Now, this has got up to 66. I'm going to take that off. We're going to put, we're going to leave it like this because the suspension isn't as critical for the next race. So I'm going to leave it with these two on. I just want to focus on that a little bit more than the engine. Like I said, if I can get everything above 75%, then we're laughing. I think we do need to concentrate on that, or else we're going to have trouble during the race, aren't we? Anyway, how long is the 13 days before the next race? We've got time to work on that. Right, contract proposal back from that guy. So he's offered, he's accepted it. Luke Savage. That's good. Contract agreed. So we're going to sign him. We're going to get rid of Katrin Burling. There we go. She's going to, ooh, minus 60 grand. Well, that's his signing on fee, plus the to break her contract. So there we go. So we've got some good bits now. He's actually a pretty good designer. We've done all right there, and we've got him for a long while. So we don't need to worry too much about having a poo designer for ages. Now we could do with getting rid of Adriana. What was Gary Watson? Let's have a look at this. Let's adjust this one. Gary Watson. So let's compare him to this guy. So this guy's getting 30 grand per race. Okay, he's the other mechanic. 33 more, he's getting 6,000 and 6,000. He wants a signing on fee. Let's see what Gary says about that one. He's considering it. So we want Gary instead of Adriana because she is, you know, she's bog standard. We don't really want bog standard. So let's have a look. So this is Luke. Hey boss, great to have joined you as a new lead designer. Good lad, get going. Backblaster, this is the news now. They're saying JTV Sport are saying they've signed 43-year-old Luke Savage as their new lead designer. Fans are over the moon with the new signing. The spokesperson said that the good times are on the way. Hooray! Good, good, good. Right, we haven't got any of those yet. Right, let's have a look at the car before we go anywhere. Let's have a look to see what's going on with these parts. 52%, we're getting there. We're getting there. So I think that what I can do now is, you know, 52 is not brilliant, but we're actually getting somewhere. I'd like to start improving parts as well. So I'm going to leave it at 5 and 5, and we'll see how we get on. When I get a better designer in here, or a better race mechanic, sorry, then hopefully this will go up faster, or these will go lower, so it'll be less days. As you can see, this guy's got some impact here, and the chief mechanic impact is a little bit, but it's helping. It's more than that. We're going to get more actual staff when we upgrade the factory, so that is also coming on. We're already doing that, so we'll get more of those soon. Right, so let's oh, it looks dire, doesn't it? Oh, and look how far behind the arrows we are. We're like last on everything, aren't we? Have we improved on anything? I don't think we have we? Anyway, we're fighting. We're going for it. Contract looks good to me. Gary wants to sign the deal. Let's go. Gary wants to sign the deal, so that'll be Adriana. So let's sign instead of Adriana. So brilliant. Confirm that. Beautiful, beautiful. We've now got 2 proper designers, 2 proper mechanics and a proper designer. Good. They didn't cost that much either. Let's go back to the mail. So there's a report on the upcoming race. So it says it's going to be bone dry, 0% chance of rain. And I mean, for us, really, we just need to finish and get as high up as we can. But he's looking forward to getting working on the car, and it's saying Backblaster snapped up Gary Watson. He'll be the new race mechanic for Bill. So let's go back to the car, because this will have affected these. Because look, he's helped a little bit, which means that we can now shuffle these around a bit. 19, 20, 21. So that's balanced roughly. We're going to be improving the parts and making things better. I don't think we're actually going to do that much good to that engine in the next 7 days. But I think that what we can do is really focus on our dodgy parts. So let's get the 2 worst parts in to the car, and we'll just run this for a couple of days. There you go, it stopped on its own then, I didn't stop it. So the engine's come up to 68%. Suspension's coming up. Let's leave it there. It's coming up. We're getting there. We're getting there. We've got some emails now. What have we got? Somebody's retiring at the end of the season. We're never going to be able to have fast or efficient gear changes if we don't invest in a telemetry centre. Let's wait until the HQ is built and we'll see what we can build then. She's done with some scouting on a couple of people. That's fine. It's not important at the moment. You know, she's doing a scouting, and what it's doing is it's giving us feedback on some of these people so that we know how good they are. So it's saying that, you know, Vanessa is actually a 3 and a bit star driver, whereas Scott Price is a 2-star driver. Millie Davis is a 2 and a bit star driver. She's currently operating at 1.5, but she's got the potential to get up to about there. And this one's operating at about this level, but she's got the potential to get up there. So all it's doing is giving me the information for later. So when we come to the end of the contracts for the drivers, then we can maybe try and get somebody who's half decent into the car. And somebody like Vanessa Silvera is probably a pretty good driver at this level in the GTs. So she's probably quite good at this particular championship. And then hopefully you use her for a couple of years and then get somebody who's a 5-star driver to go into the main championship. Where are we with the sponsorship offers? Okay, we're doing all right. We've got quite a few offers, so it looks like we're going to get some more sponsors on board before the next race. This is just the International GT Championship, so this is the big championship, which we aren't in because we're in the lower league. So let's continue. Got another sponsor. Oh, hello. Here we go. Time to round up the state of play. Blah 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 blah. There's nothing about us in there. So although Lars Olin is saying he's going to win it, he won the last race. He's concerned about the status of the team's finances. There's a long way to go. We've still got 7 million. What's the matter with you? I got it. I'm on it. All right. Speaking of which, we've got some sponsorship offers. I don't need to do anything yet. We've got 3 days before the race in Dubai. Oh, it's going to rain in practice, it says. In Dubai. Really? So it'll stop now, because it always stops just before the race or just before you have to travel. Let's have a look at the car. There's not a lot we can do on here anyway. We're up at 64%. That's good. So we want to get everything above 75 on this chap, and then once it's above 75 we'll stop working on it. So I'm going to do that, and then after the race they'll carry on working on that, and when you get above 75 I will switch to this. So we'll start working on things like the engine and brakes and actually get a bit more performance, which would be cracking. Sponsors, so we're about to go to the race. We might as well have a look at some of these then, because there's no point in going and getting no money. Right, now these are different. Okay, let me just show you. Sponsors are split into 2 halves. The ones on the left are race bonus sponsors, so you only get the money based on where you finish. These are fixed payments, so they give you money every race. So let's just have a look at these. So there's only one offer here. It's for 10 races. I'm not sure I want to take one that lasts for 10 races, because that's us locked up until the end of the season. This is why you need more offers, so at least you've got the options then to only go for 6 races, and they're going to give us an upfront payment of £1 million. That's pretty good. £1 million for 6 races. We'll have that. I mean, these are going to give us 350,000 per race, but it lasts for 9 races, so that would give us 369. It'll give us about 3 minutes. Actually, that's a better offer, isn't it? Because even after 6 races, you'd be double that. So let's go for that. That's a pretty good one, actually. What have we got here? So this is saying 12 or 8, and it's based on where we finish. There is an upfront payment with this one as well, which is pretty good. They're saying that if we finish 8th or higher, we get 500,000. I'd rather go for this because they're saying 9th or higher, which is fantastic. It's achievable 9th, I think. We get an upfront payment anyway. We get some money if we actually get to where they want us to be, so that's not a bad one. There was one offer here. It's for 10 races. I'm not sure I want to go for that. And there's one offer here. It's only for 3 races, but they need us to finish 2nd or above. There's no upfront payment. There's no way I can get 2nd or above. No way. Right, so we have got that's a lot of money we're spending, isn't it? Okay, well let's do that. This just shows us the results from the last races. So we qualified 16th, in the race finished 12th. We get a bonus if we finish 9th or above of 450 grand, but the chances of that are still pretty slim. Still pretty slim. So here's the circuit. I'm sure with some of the mods that you can get for this game, you could probably get real Grand Prix circuits. I mean, these are they're a good approximation of places. So, for example, there's one called Ardennes, which is it's set in the Ardennes forest, which is on the border of Belgium and Germany, which is actually where the Spa motor racing circuit is. So, if you look at the Ardennes circuit, it looks a lot like Spa, but isn't. It's got the flavour of Spa. Right, now what I'm doing is, because the race is going to be dry, I'm not going to mess about on intermediates, so we're going to try and just get some decent tyre knowledge and whatnot. Same as last time out, we just want to work on the car and not worry about not worry too much about qualifying, really. Yeah, let's take practice. So let's just send the guys out. All we want to do... Oh, no. We don't want to do qualifying trim. We want race trim, thank you. Race trim, super softs, or whatever they are. And then send you out. And we want you doing, again, race trim. And you're going onto the soft tyres, so that's fine. Casino's out. And Lihan's out. Everybody else has gone out on intermediates. I've told them both to come in as per usual. Perfect gear ratios, I doubt that very much. Whoa, his speed balance is spot on. First time out. Speed balance, bang on. Look at that, we're already at 91%. Yay! Well done. Well, good guessing. Right, let's try and sort this handling out. So the cornering's not far off, is it? So let's just mess about with the handling. So if I go up on the handling, it'll either go absolute poo or not. So we'll just do that. So this one's saying perfect speed balance or something, this guy. He's nowhere near. Okay, so let's try and tweak that one up. The handling, he wants it moving, but I don't know where. Let's go this way with the speed balance. So everything's just moved a little bit. That's fine. Send him out. The casino's going out. So again, we're going to bring both guys in at the end of the lap. Just done the funny zoom out thing. Okay, we've got the ballast right as well. This guy's on fire, this chap. Although his overall's gone down, you see. But the cornering and speed balance, even though it's saying it's outside mechanics recommendation, it's actually excellent. Right, so the handling before was lower and it's now gone poor, so we don't want that. We want to go more like this, don't we? Yep, that's about it. Now if we put the cornering and everything back where we want it to be, which is where the grey line is, we just need to adjust this balance a little bit like this, and again with the speed balance about there. Okay, this will do. This is close enough. Let's send him out. So we already know where the purple bits are. We can adjust that later when we've got the handling set up. Look, we've got 2 on this one as well. Yay! Come on, guys. Come on, we're doing well. We're going to have these cars set up in no time. So handling and speed, beautiful. Cornering we need to work on. So we've gone from good to okay. So we need to go back, don't we? Need to go back that way and then a little bit further. Okay, so the handling's out now. We need to just adjust that, and the speed balance, put the speed balance back down there. So they're about right. I can tweak them later with tiny adjustments. We know that roughly that's where they need to be. Let's just send this guy out. He's no good in the pits, is he? So Casino's already on his way. Now it helps to get the car set up as soon as you can, because if you do that you can just send them out and just tell them to whiz round, and that really helps when you're trying to get these up to scratch. Because coming into the pits, they're going slow down the pit lane, losing time, and then speeding up and changing parts and all sorts of stuff, and you don't want that. You want them out on the track whizzing round. We're at race trim level 1, that's good. Come on, yes, 3 purple ones, superb. There you go, 99%. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All we're going to do is send him out, race trim, 3 laps, same tyres as he's been on. Just leave him, just send him out, let him go. Come on now, 3 purples on you would be beautiful. Yay! 2 cars fully set up. Excellent stuff. 98%, so not quite 99%. Oh, but wow, we're happy with that. Race trim's good. We're going out on those and just leave them. That's it. Just let them go, and they'll whiz round now, and we'll actually set a couple of times, which will be good. Now, don't forget, we're on pants tyres, and I'm not upping the fuel levels or anything like that to give them a bit more boost. None of that. We're just going to let them go around, and it's all about getting these up here. That's all we're after. Trim level 2, very good. It looks like Lehan's even going to go faster than he did the first time. He's gone 14. Well, it started raining again, so we're not going to go quicker than we have done, but we're not bothered about the time. It's all about getting the cars set up for the race, and then just trying to get a few bonuses at the top. Right, good. 7th and 14th, not important. Some fans bumped into somebody in a hotel. Great session for Backblast Racing there. I'm not grinning from ear to ear. I'm not that bothered. Does it suit the Backblast Racing car or something? No, it doesn't actually. We were just lucky with the rain. That's fine. We're not going to be worrying anybody up near the front, I'll tell you. Oh, this is going to be tricky now. This is going to be tricky. We're not going to get 9th or above, are we? It might be worth just letting the computer do it. I don't know whether it's worth just letting it have a go at it, because I'm not that good at it. No, I think I should do it, shouldn't I? We should have a stab at it. We're going to be running slicks, and these are the super softs compared to the softs. We're going to be doing that. Both cars are going to have those. Happily set up. Good, good, good. Good. Take qualifying. Okay, so what's the water going to do? We're just going to get more and more grip. We better get the guys out, hadn't we, or else. Let's get this stupid thing set up so it looks as though we're going in the right direction. I hate that. I hate the fact that the screen spins round every time, and you have to rejig it so that it matches to where the map's pointing. Right, you can go on the autos. I'm gonna run with Lehan. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna whack it up to full. We want to get the brake temp and the tyre temp really high, and then when we get onto this straight here, I'm gonna start bringing it back down again. Perfect and not far off. I didn't see where he's got to. Perfect and not far off for Lee Hain. I could have done a bit better, I think. I could have done a little bit better. Now remember, the reason we're not doing well is the drivers aren't brilliant and the car's not brilliant. We're working on the car. We could do with maybe getting a new driver. We can maybe get rid of Casino and then pop in a good driver in if I can. Now he's gone 5th because there's only 5 people set times. It's not great. What do you mean that was not great? How can it not be great? You're supposed to be superb. As long if we can keep ahead of this, that'd be brilliant. But we've only beaten 1 guy. I don't think we're going to do it. I'm not bothered about the sponsor objective at the moment. It's this Q1 elimination threshold. Send this guy out again. Let's do it. Let's send him out again. Same tyres. There's more grip on the track. I'm not going to send Lehane out, and I'm going to run this guy myself. So hopefully we can do a good job of this. Good and good. I'm just on the bottom of that and just on the top of that. I'm not quite in the middle of either. Oh well. His time, he's got a white sector which isn't good. A white, I don't know if you know these, but a white means that you've just gone through that sector. He's just gone through again the next sector. If it's gone green, it means he's gone through that sector faster than he's been before, which is what we want. We want him improving on his lap time. If it goes purple, then he's faster than anybody's gone through before. Right, well the session's ended. They're still waiting for 2 more cars to come round. So who have we got? Nobody. No, Wilson and Taylor are the 2 that are out. They could bump Lehane off here, which isn't good. One of them, Wilson's finished. So where's Taylor? He's coming round now. In fact, we can click on Taylor and see him. There he goes. He's gone 20th. Beautiful. So Lehane has got through to Q2. I mean, he's 2.5 seconds off the pace, which is a long way off Norris. You know, he's half a second off the next guy in front. But we've got through to Q2. Woohoo! That's a little milestone we've got there, isn't it? We hadn't done that before. To be honest, I didn't expect to do it this time. There's a big gap though, isn't there, between us and the guys up at the front. 2.5 seconds. We really need to be working on that engine and some of the other bits. He's now 18th. One of them starting. Casino. Now, what I'm going to do is, I don't think I'm going to send out Lehane. I want to save his tyres. There's no chance of him getting further up than he is. He's lucky to get through to Q2. He's half a second off the next guy in front. Oh, it's Casino. No, Casino's out. That's just with its name being on the screen. So what I'm going to do is we're going to just fast forward through this qualifying. And in fact, there's nothing else for us to do. Lehane's not going out. We're just going to let the time tick down. And basically the Q1 I'll just let that run as well. I'll just simulate the session, so we won't be seeing that either. So we're set for the race. So we're going to be setting off in 18th and what is it there, 60, 50, I'm not sure what that is. Is it 20th? 8th? No, 16th or something? 16th? 15th. So we're going to be setting off 15th and 18th for the race, which will be in the next video, which I will release tomorrow. So there you go. So I hope you're enjoying this. Give me thumbs up, thumbs down if you like the videos. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do anything specific, whether it's a different game, whether it's you want to see some of the mod packs that people have been making or anything like that. Just let me know and we'll do a little video on those. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and it'll give you a little notification when you log into YouTube. It'll say, oh, Backblast has released a new video, or something like that. It just tells you what I've been releasing. And also it's good for me because subscription numbers are good. It's nice to know that people are enjoying the videos and watching them, and if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. What I'm going to be doing in the future, and in the very near future actually, is I'm going to be doing some competitions as well. And what I'm going to do is when I get to certain milestones within YouTube, so when I get to, let's say, 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 10,000, you know, I'll pick figures out. I'm going to be doing little competitions, but they're only going to be open to people who are subscribers already, because I don't want to have loads of subscribers who watch all the videos and then somebody just watches one video and wins a little competition. So I'm going to be giving away maybe some games or something like that, or something on Steam or something on Origin or something like that, you know, so that somebody else can win a game or something like that. So if you're at all interested in the channel, then, you know, think about subscribing. It doesn't cost you any money. You just click the button and it's a free subscription. Bill Haynes qualified 15th, as we expected, because he wasn't going to go out, and we're going to just simulate this session, which whizzes through really quickly. There you go. So yeah, so join me tomorrow for the next video. I've been Backblast. I'll see you next time. We're not going to win, by the way. Don't tune in expecting to win.